I do not like this wig now that I'm on camera. Oh my god. Yeah, no. This is a fail. Tribe, it is your girl Naja, and I'm back with another video, and there's hair in my face. So I tried to do something new and do like some silver hair or whatever, and I don't think I like it on me too much. What do you guys think? Probably gonna change my wig before I do another video or put like a bandana on or some shit. Today, maybe I should take these glasses off. Yeah, I look a little bit better without the glasses. The glasses always come off. You guys always say that in videos, like the glasses are always coming off. Now, this wig did not come with a part or anything, and I thought it would, so this is what we got going on. So, if you guys could just not pay attention to my hair, don't get aggravated. It looked real cute in the mirror. I even took some pictures. I was feeling myself, and now I'm in front of this camera and it's not working. I feel like a scene kid from like 2009. So today I'm going to be telling a story time. I'm going to change it up and give the call center story series a little bit of a break and tell a roommate story, okay? If you guys are not used to seeing my face, my hair does not always look like this. I usually don't have grandma swag. I tell story time videos. I also give advice and tell my subscribers stories, and I do stuff with hair. I know that's hard to believe by looking at this right now, but yeah, I do hair videos. So if you like what you see, or if you wish I would take my wig off, give me a thumbs up. And we're just gonna get right into this video. So basically what had happened is I had a roommate. He was my last ever roommate, because after this experience I was like, you know what, I really don't want to renew this lease. This apartment has a lot of bad juju. I don't want to do it. I want to move out. So this was my last ever roommate, and I have mentioned him in previous story times. I called him vegan. So fun fact, what made me think about this actually happened a long time ago, but like what made me think about it is like vegan actually called me one day, like post us living together. Like he called me one day and left a message, but it was a butt dial, but I didn't listen to the message. All I saw was that he called me, and to be honest, I did not think that we had any bad blood. But he is a very sensitive person, and when we were moving out, he was taking until the last fucking minute to move out. Like literally the last day before the apartment complex seized the apartment, he still had all of his shit in his room. He had a full bed. Like he wasn't moving, and I was moving everything. I even took off work to pack up everything. I literally packed up the whole house by myself. All he had to do was pack his room, and it took him until the last day to do it. So we kind of had like, cause I'm very confrontational, and I can understand how like with a sensitive person, how that could come off. So I didn't think we had any bad blood, okay? I just was doing what I had to do because shoot, my name is down on this apartment and yours isn't. So, and I want my security deposit back. So I'm gonna need you to get it together. So boom, basically I thought that we were cool. So when this dude butt dialed me, I didn't even listen to the voicemail. I just texted him back and I was like, hey, what's up? What you need? And he texted me back talking about, oh, I apologize. And this is how I know when he's upset, okay? He was like, oh, I sincerely apologize. I did not mean to contact you. It was a butt dial. Like when he comes off very fucking PC, I know he got some bad blood. So I was like, wow. So I went ahead and I listened to the voicemail, and it was literally just like rummaging in your pocket, rummaging in his pocket, and like maybe like a girl talking in the background. But my thing is, you have a fucking iPhone. iPhones do not butt dial. They don't. And if they do, I would have to be like in your recent contact list. And at this point, I was already moved into my new place. So it was probably like 8-9 months, you know, since I had last had contact with him, and he butt dialed me. So that's why I was just like, all right, bro, like keep being weird. It is what it is. I really don't care. But then I remember this story time about him, and since obviously he just doesn't fuck with me, I guess I'll tell it. Like, but it's nothing personal. I would never share anything super personal about anybody's life on my platform, because I'm a firm believer in just because you fall out with somebody does not mean that you air out their deepest, darkest secrets, because at one point they trusted you with that information, you know. Okay, so we were living with each other, right? And this man is kind of, he's a little little slow. I'm not gonna lie, he is a little slow, but I like that about him. Like, he was very like gullible to the world, very naive, you know, but I never held that against him. But sometimes that shit would look. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys 2 stories in one. I'm gonna tell you guys one short story and then the story that this title is about. So let me go with the short story first. So this man, he always be catching himself trying to cook some shit, right? Because he's vegan. He had this one little pot. And the pot, like, all the enamel was scraped off of the bottom of the pot, because he would literally eat out the pot, get a fork, and scrape it into his fucking big ass mouth. This pot, he was always cooking with this pot, and he could not cook because every time he turned the stove on with this pot, I don't know if it's because the pot was old or if he just genuinely didn't know how to cook, but it would always smell like something was burning. And like, I would always tell him, like, vegan, make sure you turn the oven fan on. Like, vegan, make sure you turn the oven fan on. Like, turn the oven fan on. You got the whole house smelling like smoke, smoke detector going off. Or I would tell him just crack the door open or crack a window open, right? So I had work the next morning, and sometimes he would come home from work like really late because he worked in like the restaurant type service deal. And you know, sometimes when you are a server or something like that, your hours aren't really like set in stone for real. He come home from work. I don't really hear him. I hear him come home from work because the fire alarm goes off because he's cooking, okay? So the fire alarm goes off, he's cooking. Daniel's in the room with me also. And I told Daniel, I was like, Daniel, can you please tell him to turn the fucking fire alarm off, or like, can you go turn it off, like fan something in front of it? So he goes out, he fans something in front of it, and the fire alarm goes off. And Vegan is just so fucking hunky-dory and shit. He's like,
oh, hi, I'm cooking. And
we're just like, nigga, go to fucking bed. Like, why do you need to be cooking? It's like 2 in the fucking morning, right? And at this time, my work schedule was like, I worked a 4x10. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's like you work 4 days out the week, 10 hours in a day, and then you get 3 days off. So my 4x10 was like 7 to 8, okay? So I gotta be up early, right? I wake up, you know, I get dressed in my room, I brush my teeth. I had a bathroom inside my room in that apartment. Brush my teeth, get ready, get my purse together, you know. Daniel's still asleep. Why do I open my door to my room and like I'm just hit with like a breeze, like a cold breeze, and I look in front of me, my front door is wide the fuck open. My front door looks like somebody kicked through my shit. And mind you, the first apartment I ever had, it wasn't in a bad area, but it was like some Section 8 type shit. Like, I was paying my rent, but there were some tenants in that neighborhood that were on Section 8. So there was some ratchet ass niggas in my neighborhood. So I'm over here thinking somebody kicked in my shit. So I run into, fuck, I just said his real name. I run into Vegan's room and I'm looking, he's sleeping. And mind you, his bedroom door is right by the front door. So I'm like, if they about to kill anybody, they gonna kill him first. So let me go check to see if he's alive. I look and I'm like, vegan, vegan, vegan. And this nigga is like sleep. Like, he's sleep hard. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. So I go into the room, I wake up Daniel. I was like, this motherfucking front door is just wide open. Like, make sure that, you know, nothing's stolen. Because like, one thing that he didn't understand is like, I have a lot of expensive things. I have equipment, I have computers. Like, what are we doing? So I told Daniel, I was like, look, I gotta go to work, but I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna talk to him when I come home. I come home and I talk to him and I'm just like, look, why the fuck was the front door open? And he was like,
oh, my bad. I was cooking and the detector was going off and I cracked the door open and I must have forgot it was open because I was getting such a nice breeze.
Nigga, you got a whole window. You got a whole window that you could have went in your room and cracked, but instead you decided to leave my front door open. Because this apartment, everybody that's lived with me, my name was the only one on the lease. I was just renting out a room, okay? So I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? So that was like one of the things that he did that was really stupid. Here's another short story before I get to the title. I know y'all don't mind these long stories. So another thing that he did is like, this dude, his room was always a fucking mess. His room was always a fucking mess. But you know what? You pay rent for your room and your bathroom, so that's none of my fucking business. As long as you don't bring your mess out into the living room and the kitchen, I'm straight. Like, I've lived with boys my whole life. I'm the only girl with a whole bunch of brothers. Like, that don't bother me. As long as you keep your mess in your room and you don't bring it into my space, that's fine. So this dude just had a problem with keeping his shit clean. And then since he's a vegan, he my home dog will be musky. He'll be musky because he be wearing them damn vegan deodorants, you know, and he's a grown-ass man and it was just musky. So then you got that odor. Then you got the odor of the fresh vegetables and shit that he would put in the fridge and never fucking cook because he can't cook. He just makes like quinoa and tofu, mix it up in the fucking pot and scrape the enamel and the food in his mouth. So you got these vegetables like spoiling in my fridge and turning into like this juice shit. I remember Daniel used to have to clean that shit all the time and he would get so mad about it. So y'all see how this nigga living, right? And he would never have anybody over. I mean, he had like these 2 white boys over one time, right? And that was it. But I never have anybody over because this is my space and you're my roommate. If I want to chill with somebody, I'll just hit you up type shit, right? So boom, one day I come home from work, right? It's late. It's around like 8 o'clock. Y'all, I told y'all my schedule used to be 7 to 8. I come home from work and Vegan's room door is wide open, right? His room is fucking spotless, right? And this nigga got a snow bunny in his room. A little thick, tatted snow bunny in his room. Why the fuck is my living room dirty? Like, why is my living room dirty? Why is my kitchen dirty? Why does my kitchen have your little vegan utensils? And why does my living room have your shit scattered around? But your room is clean because you got a bitch over. I was so fucking mad. For one, I was upset because at least give me a heads up like, hey, I got somebody over. Like, you don't gotta ask me because you pay rent there, but just let me know. So when I do walk in the house, I could be polite and shit. Because when I walked in the house, my face was looking real bitchy as fuck because I see all this dirty shit. Like, and then that just goes to like how you're raised. Like, my mom would never let me have guests over at her house if her house was not clean as well as my room. I can't just be like, oh well mom, we're just about to be hanging out in the room. No, my mom will beat my fucking ass. So that's why I'm like, where is that disconnect? Like, that's why I'm saying he's kind of like not all there. So I instinctively, I just start picking up. I start cleaning up the living room, you know. And I mean, it may not have been my mess to clean up, but I'm not about to have you embarrass me in front of anybody. Like, I don't know this bitch, but that doesn't fucking matter because this is my house. I don't need her thinking I'm dirty, even though this is all your shit. So I'm gathering stuff up, I'm cleaning up, and the girl comes out, she's like, hi. I'm like, hi, my name's Naja, how are you? She's like, I'm fine. But I guess the way that I entered into the environment, it made her kind of intimidated. So like right after she said I'm fine, she just walked out the door. And then Vegan walked out the door with her, and when Vegan came back, she wasn't there no more. And mind you, y'all, they in the room with beers, like they chilling, like he thought he was about to get some poom poom that night, bitch, but no, he didn't. And I don't know, man, like that shit was weird. So he would do little shit like that. Okay, so now this is the title of the story. Of course my battery would be dead. Like, why wouldn't it be? So this is the title of the story that you guys see below. So I'm at work one day, right? Doing my job on the computers. I'm not allowed to have my phone out, right? I get a picture message from Vegan. Why did he send me a picture message with 3 children I've never seen in my fucking life, sitting in my living room, watching my Netflix that I pay for? My Netflix, okay? Eating food, chilling in the living room. And he texted me talking about,
I found these kids on the steps. They're so cute.
nigga, this is not a kitten. This is not a puppy. This is not a rabbit. Bitch, these are somebody's fucking kids. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You just invited strangers' children into the house. When I tell y'all, I bolted from my desk so fucking quick. I went into the parking lot and I called this nigga with a quickness. I'm like, Vegan, what the fuck are you doing? He was like,
Oh, well, they were just sitting on the steps. I mean, like, and I didn't want them just sitting there all day, so I asked them if they wanted to come inside, and they said, yeah.
I'm like, vegan, you just kidnapped children. I'm pretty sure these children's parents think that they're at school because the picture you sent me, they have fucking backpacks on. So when they call the school, or if the school calls them like, hey, where's so-and-so, and they're not there, and they're here in my apartment under my name, who the fuck do you think's gonna get in trouble? Who the fuck do you think's gonna get charged with kidnapping? They're in my shit. What the fuck are you doing? He was,
oh, I didn't even think about it like that. Damn. So what do you want me to do?
nigga, get them the fuck out the house. Get them out the house. If they grown enough to miss school or skip school or miss the bus or whatever the fuck, they need to sit their ass outside. I don't know how you was brought up, but when I missed the fucking bus, I was sitting outside all fucking day waiting for my mom to come home. Like, why do you feel the need to do that? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Okay, I just kicked them out. I just kicked them out.
So I get off, I tell Daniel about it. Daniel's like, this nigga's fucking stupid. Like, this vegan is dumb as fuck. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? In what universe is this okay? Like, so I get off of work and I see vegan and I'm like, hey, and he comes up and he's like,
yeah, I'm really sorry about what happened earlier. I just genuinely thought I was helping, blah, blah, blah.
And I was like, vegan, you gotta understand, like, because we met each other in high school, okay? I was like, vegan, you gotta understand that we're not fucking kids anymore. Like, we can't do shit like that. It would be different if we were 15, 16 and we saw some little kids, you know, chilling on the steps and we decided to take care of them for a day. It's way different, fam. We're in our fucking 20s having minors in our house who we don't know their parents. They could be reported as missing and we got them in our fucking house. And then what if they were reported as missing and we got them in our house? Now we in a whole fucking police investigation on why the fuck we got random ass kids in our house. And then another thing I told him, I'm like, nigga, you're not even supposed to be here. Your name is not on my lease. I could get kicked out for this shit. You're not even supposed to be here. So what am I gonna say when I get questioned by the cops? What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Oh, I understand, I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah.
Y'all, that man was just a different type of slow. Like, I don't know what was going on, and I don't mean to offend anybody by saying that he is slow, because I do know people with mental disabilities that are very fucking intelligent, so please don't get it twisted. This man is just a very slow learner, a very slow grasper. He's very gullible. Like, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with him. I don't know, but that whole thing with the kid situation just didn't sit right with me, because another situation that he had told me about previously, which I'm not gonna say on here, but it has to do with why he got fired from his previous job, and that's why that shit really didn't sit right with me, why he had children in my house. And I'm not gonna go into that because, like I said, if I don't fuck with you, I'm not gonna air out your dirty laundry, and I don't know what level of confidential he feels that information is, so I'm not gonna say it. But when he told me that situation, and then you got fucking children in my house, that shit didn't sit right with me. And shortly after that, we ended up parting ways and moving out. And he did ask me to renew the lease with him, but I'm like, bro, like, this is not gonna fucking work. Like, this isn't gonna work. I need my own space. It's not gonna fucking work. Sorry. So yeah, that is the story about my last roommate that I had who kidnapped some fucking children, and like 2 other freebie stories about him, because I'm not about to talk about him on this channel because those are like the only incidents that have ever happened, but they were really short, so that's why I just composed them all into one. I hope this video was a little bit longer. I know you guys want some longer videos. I hope my wig wasn't too cringy. Yeah, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
The truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off.